Ukraine is ready for NATO to make good on its vague promises. The overarching question hanging over NATO leaders as they gather in Washington to mark the alliance's 75th anniversary is how and when, perhaps even if, they will formalize a clear pathway for Ukraine's membership, even while its war with Russia grinds on.
The summit is not going to be a celebratory summit. It's going to be a serious summit, and that's because of the serious context in which it's taking place. Think of the war in Ukraine, in which Russians are actually making small gains as we speak. Think of the violence possibly escalating in the Middle East. Think of China's increasing belligerence in the Indo-Pacific. This makes for a very serious context for allied discussions.
The murky timeline for ascension to NATO has frustrated Ukrainian officials, particularly after they watched the alliance put Finland and Sweden on a fast track to membership shortly after Russia launched its invasion of Ukraine in February 2022. The three-day summit will mark a coming-out party of sorts for two key participants. Former Dutch Prime Minister Mark Rutte, set to take over as NATO Secretary General this fall, and British Prime Minister Keir Starmer, representing Britain just days after taking office in a landslide election.
These past years, we brought the transatlantic partnership to new heights.
There are serious, outstanding questions about why the US and its European allies are so reluctant to commit their own troops to a fight with Russia, but seem willing to bring Ukraine into the NATO fold.
The key issue there is what the alliance does and does not do in support of Ukraine, to help Ukraine, to enable Ukraine to defeat Russia's invasion decisively, quickly, and on its terms, on Kiev's terms.
Article 5 of the alliance's charter says that an attack on one member will be viewed as an attack on all, and that member nations will take the actions it deems necessary to aid that country. To read more, visit WashingtonTimes.com.